Hi everybody, it's Geordie from Geordie Colours. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am here with my June completed pages for 2024, June 2024. I managed to complete 13 pages this month and I have one whip. So the month turned out a lot better than I expected. The first part of the month was pretty slow. I didn't have a huge amount of colouring time, but the second half of the month kind of picked up and I got quite a few pages done. So pretty pleased with that. So let's start with my whip. It is an Alien Worlds by Kerby Rosanes, and this is a buddy colour with the lovely Katie from the Colouring Angel. Yeah, let's talk about this page. I really don't know how I feel about this one. So this was a page that we decided to do 2 months ago and neither of us got it done, and I know Katie hasn't finished hers yet either. So we've both made starts. This is mine. Not sure how I feel about it. I struggle so much with this book. It really pushes me, it really challenges me. The content in this book isn't something that I would normally gravitate towards. I'm not really into aliens, I'm not really into monsters or all that sort of stuff. So yeah, but I enjoy working in it, if that makes sense, because it does kind of push me out of my comfort zone. But I really struggled with this page. I've really struggled to come up with a colour palette. In the end, I kind of just grabbed this one from the Sarah Renee Clark Colour Cube. It's number 264. And I decided to go with this and see where it took me. I kind of liked that, you know, look of the kind of sand. I thought that would work for my rocks. So decided to go with that. I'm hoping, all I've done so far is base with water-based markers. So I used Tombow Dual Brush pens for all of the turquoise colour in the sky and on the snails, and I used the Zig Clean Colour Real Brush markers for my rocks and backgroundy stuff. So that's all I've done. I'm hoping with a bit of pencil over the top it's going to smooth things out. Not really sure how I'm feeling about this one though. So, but you know, we're getting there. At least I've made a start, because for a long time I kept looking at it and putting it back and looking at it and putting it back and couldn't figure out what I was going to do with it. So at least I have made a start and I have a colour kind of sorted out. No idea what I'm going to do with this kind of cloudy, smoky stuff in the background. Haven't decided that yet, but that's where we're at with this one. Hopefully I will get it done in the next few weeks. Yeah, it's going to be tough. There's a lot of background, but it's a fun book to work in and it really does push me, so I do enjoy it. So this one is a buddy colour with the Colouring Angel, aka Katie, and it's from Alien Worlds by Kerby Rosanes. As always, I will link everybody down below who I mention. If they have YouTube channels, they'll be linked. If they don't have YouTube channels, I will leave their Instagram names down below. Okay, next up to my actual completed pages. So let's start with this little cutie. It's 50 Desserts Themed Miniatures by Kameliya Angelkova, and this is a new book to me. I only got it a few weeks ago, and I did this cute little page. This page was so quick and easy. I think it took me 30 minutes to do this page, and I did it because I wanted to join in with Colouring by Kamama's Kameliya Angelkova Prompts 2024 hashtag. So she does these prompts every month and she has a different, it's like a scavenger hunt prompt. So she has a different thing for each week, and I think it was last week was sloth. So I decided to do this little cute guy. So he's done with Copic markers and white Sakura jelly roll, and that's it. There's no pencil shading. Like I say, it was such a super quick and easy page to do. Really enjoyed it. And it was just mindless colouring, and he's so cute. What does annoy me about this book is when you use alcohol markers, the black lines tend to bleed a little bit. So you get a little bit of kind of, they kind of rub off a little. So that can be a little bit frustrating, especially when you're using the lighter coloured markers like this pink. But on the whole, this is just such a fun, cute little page, and I really enjoyed it. So that was from 50 Desserts Themed Miniatures by Kameliya Angelkova. Then I have 50 Farmers Miniatures, and this was Colouring by Kamamba, or Yolanda's first prompt for the month of June, and the prompt was carrots. So there's some little carrots down here, and I decided to do this page from 50 Farmers Miniatures, and it is the cover page, and you can see that I have used the cover page as inspiration for my colors on the inside. But again, this was fun, quick and easy. I did take a little bit more time with this one because I did do some pencil shading. So I based everything with my Copic markers, and then I used Black Widow pencils for my shading, white Sakura jelly roll to add lots of little highlight details to everything, and glossy accents on my little cow's eyes, my window, and my little lantern. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's there. And this was such a cute page. I really enjoyed this one. Again, it was for the hashtag Kameliya Angelkova Prompts 2024, hosted by Colouring by Kamama. And again, I'll leave her linked down below. But yeah, this was a really fun little one, and I'm so pleased with how it turned out. It's very, very cute. So that's from 50 Farmers Miniatures by Kameliya Angelkova. Okay, next up I have another new to me book, which is Matchstick Mouse, a Big Adventure colouring book. And I cheekily asked Jess from Colouring Bumblebee and Nikki from Knick Knack Colours if I could join in their project book with us. So they are working through this book as a project book and doing a page every month. And they said yes, and they have done 2 pages together so far. I think Nikki has done a few others as well, but there's 2 pages that they've done. So I wanted to catch up and kind of complete those pages so that I was ready for July. And I did this little meerkat page. So this one was done with Ohuhu alcohol markers and Caran d'Ache Pablo pencils over the top to add a bit of shading, white Sakura jelly roll for all of the highlight details, and a black Sakura glaze on their eyes. Whether you can see that or not, I don't know, but it's there. And I coloured this one for the hashtag Matchstick Mouse Colour Along 24, which is hosted by Colouring with Anna. So yeah, fun little page, really, really cute. I love that all of these designs in this book all have this kind of circular shape, so there's not a huge amount of background, so you can do them really quickly. But this was a lot of fun. And then the other page that they had done, which was the page that they did for June, is this one with the Colosseum. So the Matchstick Mouse is visiting Rome. Again, exactly the same. I used my Ohuhu alcohol markers, my Caran d'Ache Pablos to add a little bit of shading, white Sakura jelly roll, and a black Sakura glaze on their eyes. And that was it. Again, fun, quick, easy, just super stress-free colouring. Love these little things. So I'm looking forward to joining them for the July page, which will be, I think it's the little swimming with the sea turtle, if I can find it now. In here somewhere. Anyway, we're doing that one for July, so I'm looking forward to that. But that was 2 little pages from this cute book, Matchstick Mouse, a Big Adventure colouring book. Okay, next up I have my Boules de Poils colouring book by Diane Dufour. I'll zoom you in a little bit if I can, go the right way. Yeah, this is a much smaller book. So this one I am doing for the kind of colour along that's hosted by Colourful Diary 2018 and Lavella's Colouring. They do a page from this every month, and it's kind of like a what do you call it, like a group buddy colour, I guess. Anyone can join it, and it's for the hashtag Boules de Poils Colourful Lavella 2024. So last month we did this little page, this month it was this page. Again, just a very easy kind of colouring page to do. I used distress watercolour pencils and white Sakura jelly roll, and that's all I used on this one. I kind of went a little bit trigger happy with the white Sakura jelly roll on the fur. I was trying to make them look nice and fluffy. Not sure if I like the result or not, but I think it's turned out okay. But yeah, just a fun, relaxing one to do. Really enjoyed this one, and I think it turned out kind of cute. I like the distress watercolor pencils. They give quite a soft finish to a page. It's not really vibrant colors. It's quite soft and gentle, and I do quite like that for this book. So that was my page from Boules de Pois by Diane Dufour. Then I had a bunch of buddy colours. I think most of my other pages are buddy colours. So the first one is from Leila Duly's The Flower Year. This again, it was a new book to me, and I did this page, which was the June page. So I did this one as a buddy colour with the lovely Jenny from Jenny Langley. I'll leave her Instagram name down below. Please do go and check her out. She does beautiful colouring. Her page was amazing, and I will pop it up here for you to have a look at. Just beautiful. So Jenny went with the actual colours of the flowers. So if you don't know this book, all of the pages are listed at the back, and they have the actual names of the flowers and plants and butterflies or whatever there is. So you can research them and you can get the correct colours. I decided not to do that. I just kind of went on, you know, out on a limb and just kind of did my own thing. So this page I used Zig Clean Colour Real Brush markers to base everything. Then I used my Brute Funis squares to add some pencil shading to everything, some gold Signo and little bits of my flowers, like the stamens on these purple ones, and just to add a little bit of dotting to the center of my yellow ones. And I used white Sakura Jelly Roll pen to add some highlight details. I'm quite happy with how this turned out. I will say that it was very difficult to control the Zig Clean Colour Real Brush markers on this page, especially the very fine details. I'm probably not the most steady-handed, so I tended, it was getting a little bit messy, and if you look closely you can see the mess. Hopefully if you look from a distance you can't notice it too much. But I did really enjoy this page. The paper in this book is beautiful. It's very smooth though, very, very smooth. But yeah, it was a fun one to do, and thank you so much, Jenny, for helping me to get started in this book. I also did this for the June Colour Your Hoard hashtag, which is hosted by T's World of Adult Colouring and Novella's Colouring. Yeah, so this was a really fun one to do. I'm not sure if I'm going to do one in July. I haven't decided. My plan initially was to try and get one done every month, but I have so many other books. So many books that I'd like to get to. But anyway, I'm pleased to have a page done, and I did really enjoy this. So thank you so much, Jenny, for buddying with me. So that's Leila Duly, The Flower Year. Next up, I have Petites Poupées. This one is by Capucine Sivignon, I believe. Got that right? Yeah. This is an Art Therapy Hatchet Heroes Disney book. It translates to Little Dolls, and I just love this book. And I did this fun page. So we've got the Cheshire Cat. This I did as a buddy colour with the lovely Megan from Disney Meg's Colouring. So she hosts an ABC challenge every month, and her letter for the month of June was the letter C. So of course Cheshire Cat works perfectly for that. So we did that for her hashtag ABC challenge. For this one I used alcohol markers, my Ohuhu alcohol markers, to base everything, as you can see. I used Brute Funis squares to add some shading to everything, white Sakura Jelly Roll pen to add all the highlights, some glossy accents on his eyes, and for my background I used my new King Art gel sticks to create the background, and that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed using those, and really, had a lot of fun with this page. Just a really cute, fun, just love this book. Really, really enjoyed this book, and I'm hoping I can get some more done next month. But yeah, it's great paper as well. It's nice paper. So everything works on this paper, and because it's single-sided you can use alcohol markers, but yeah, really had fun. Thank you so much, Megan. I will post her page up here for you to have a look at. I just love it. Even though, like, it was quite difficult to go for anything completely different because, you know, it's like a Disney movie character. So we've done pretty much everything the same. The only difference really is our background. And I love that our pages look so different just from a different background. So that's so cool. So thank you so much, Megan, for joining me again on another buddy colour. Had so much fun. That was Petit Poupées by Capucine Sivignon. Then I have a Wild Mouse Yuri's sketchbook. This one is by Makiko Inatome, I think. Just double check that. Yeah, just have to make sure. This, again, another buddy colour, and I really enjoyed this one. So let me move all of this out of the way. So this, I actually did this, I did the water and the grass, kind of like the backgroundy stuff I did when I was doing the 25 quirky things about me tag that I had been tagged in. So if you're interested in how I coloured those elements of the page, you can check out that video. Apologies, I'm getting loads of planes flying over at the moment. It's making a lot of noise. But this was done as a buddy colour with Kim from I and My Pets 2. And I just really enjoyed this. This is my first page in this book. I used Artex pencils for everything. I didn't do any basing, I just used the pencils straight on top. I love the pencils on this paper. I used Sakura Jelly Roll in white for all of the highlight details. And then I used Jelly Roll Stardust. Where did I use the Stardust? Oh, on my fish. I added a little bit to my fish and a little bit to my butterfly, although you can't really see it because I covered my butterfly in stickles. Now, I'm not really sure that I like it. I think it's a little bit too much. I wish I hadn't done that. So if I could change anything about that page, this page, I would not have put the stickles on, but it's done. But I just think the stickles add a little bit too much glitter. Yeah, not sure it really suits the page. But other than that, I really like how this turned out, and I had so much fun. Thank you again, Kim. I will post her beautiful page up here for you to have a look at. She did a wonderful job. Really love her colouring. It's just beautiful. So thank you so much, Kim, and thank you for helping me get a start in this amazingly cute book. I'm looking forward to doing some more pages in this one. So that is Wild Mouse Yuri's sketchbook by Makiko Inatome. Okay, another untouched or previously untouched book. Let me zoom you back out again a little bit. This is A Frog's Tale by R.J. Hampson, and sorry, my camera's bouncing around. It was previously untouched, and the lovely Yolanda from Colouring by Kameliya asked me if I would do a buddy colour with her in this book, and I said yes, of course. I really needed to do a page in here anyway, so it was a great opportunity. And it's always, I find it always easier when you've got a buddy colour because, you know, you kind of have to get it done, don't you? So for this one, I based everything with Ohuhu markers, as you can see. I used my Artex pencils on top to add shading to everything. I used Posca and Artistro paint pens to go around the edges of all of my flowers, and also around the edge of my firefly wings. I used Sakura Jelly Roll Stardust on like her belt buckle and his little chain. I used the Stardust on his little buttons, and also I added a little bit to their kind of dots and some to her dress. And then I used a gold Signo gel pen for the kind of gold details, including like his little umbrella, or his little walking stick and her umbrella. Gosh, I'll get my words out at some point today. I used stickles for the wings of my fireflies. I used glossy accents on their eyeballs, and I used some what did I use? Some secure black glaze for my little bug. So just on the dots and on his little body. So that was everything that I used, quite a lot. Oh, no, not everything. I used chalk pastels for the background. So I created my background. I used a plate to draw a circle around the background, and then kind of used my chalk pastels to create the background, and then used a stencil and an eraser to create my little kind of bokeh type effect in the background. So I threw quite a lot at this page. Used just about everything under the sun. I used a colour palette as well. This is the colour palette I went for, which is again a Sarah Renee Clark colour cube. I went quite dark with my page. I'll pop Yolanda's up here, the Colouring Biker Mamas. Hers turned out gorgeous. She went for a much kind of softer look with hers, and I really like it. I love looking at how two pages that are coloured by two different people can be so different. Same page, but they can look so different. I love how that turns out. So thank you so much, Yolanda, for colouring this one with me. Really enjoyed it. Again, I did this one for #June Colour Your Hoard 2024, hosted by Lavella's Colouring, and T's World of Adult Colouring. Can't think of the name. So yeah, a lot of fun this page. I really enjoyed it. Pretty happy with how this one turned out. I think it's kind of fun. I particularly like my big flower here. I think that one's turned out quite good. And I like my lady frog. I think she looks quite elegant. I'm not sure if he's kind of not sure about her, is he? But yeah, really enjoyed this page. So that was from R.J. Hampson's A Frog's Tale. Okay, next up I have a, this was a whip last month, so I showed you part of it and I finally finished it. It's from Juwelenkistje or Jewelry Box by Hanna Karlzon. No idea if I'm saying that correctly. So this was the page. I have mixed feelings about this. I like it, but I'm not 100% sure about it. I don't know. I used a colour palette again, a Sarah Renee Clark colour palette. This is number 396. So I knew that I wanted my flowers to be all of these kind of shades of pink for the background, and then just like a green to contrast. But I feel like maybe my background is too green. Maybe I should have gone for something a bit softer. But on the whole, I'm pretty happy with it. I particularly like my big poppy flowers. I'm quite pleased with how they turned out. So for this page, I used Black Widow pencils for all of my all the florals. I used Black Widow pencils. I used Inktense in the background, and I used EIE watercolors, which are these lovely metallic watercolors for like the stamens of my fuchsias, for inside my little smaller flowers, and for these kind of gem things that are dotted around, and also for all the little kind of dots that were around the page. Maybe I should have done them white, I don't know, but I did them with the watercolor instead. I used black glaze pen for my spider and for these kind of stamens of my poppies, and I used silver Signo Uniball for my spider's web so that it would stand out and it's a bit shimmery. But yeah, I'm pleased that I've got this one done. It's my first page in this book, so again I did it for #June Colour Your Hoard 2024, hosted by Lavella's Colouring and T's World of Adult Colouring. Yeah, pleased to have a page done in this book. I'm happy with how it looks. I feel, yeah, I'm just a little bit, I don't know, maybe I should have gone slightly lighter in the background. I don't know. But anyway, it's completed and I'm pretty happy with it. So that one was from Juwelenkistje or Jewelry Box by Hanna Karlzon. Okay, my last few pages. Next up, I have Eriy's World Literature book. This is a project book. I'm doing this one with the lovely Kate from Kate's Colouring Haven, and also Juliane from Juliane Annette Art. And we are working through this book from front to back. So Juliane just joined us this month. She contacted us and asked us if we would mind her joining in with our full book project book. You know what I mean? And we of course said yes. So this was the next page that we had to do, which is from the North Wind and the Sun. It's like a fable, isn't it? Like an Aesop's fable. They both trying to outdo each other. So this poor traveller, he's getting hot one minute and cold the next, depending on who's trying to outdo each other at the time. So that's the story behind this one. I kind of struggled with this. I thought this one would be really easy, but when I sat down to do it, I was like, oh, I don't know, but struggled a bit. So I pulled out a colour palette. You can see this is a reoccurring theme with my pages. I used this one, 012 by Sarah Renee Clark. So I based everything with Inktense. I find that basing things in this book, particularly basing with watercolours, works best because it can be a little bit difficult. The paper is quite toothy, so just using pencil straight on it does work, but it takes a little bit of effort. And you know, I'm kind of lazy, so I go for the easy option. So I based everything with Inktense. And then I went over the top with Black Widow pencils. And what else? No, not Black Widows. I used Polychromos pencils, sorry. So Polychromos pencils, so Inktense to base everything, Polychromos pencils on top. My EIE watercolors, again, on my sun. I'm hoping you can see the shimmer there, and also just to kind of edge my cloud a little bit. I'm hoping you can see some of that shimmer. It's there. And then I used white Sakura Jelly Roll just to add some highlight details to everything. But yeah, happy that I got this page done. Neither Juliane or Kate have managed to get their page done, which is absolutely no stress. It's, you know, it's meant to be enjoyable, so life gets in the way. I'm well aware of it because it happens to me sometimes as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing their completed pages, but yeah, it's really fun, and I'm so happy we're working our way through this book. So the next page we have is the fox and the goose here, so I'm looking forward to doing that one. I'm going to have to think about colours. There's quite a lot of detail in this one, so that's going to take some planning, but I really enjoyed this page. So that is oh, did I do it? No, I didn't do a hashtag for this one. So again, that is from EIE World Literature. And the final book I have is Moon Valley by Maria Trolle. Again, this is a project book. I am doing this one with the lovely Dabbler D, Dana. I'm going to get her name right. I kept calling her Dana. Her name is actually Dana. So Dana from Dabbler D. We are working our way through this lovely book from front to back again as a project book. And we're trying to do 2 pages every month. I'm just trying to peel that off carefully. So yeah, the aim is to do 2 pages every month in this book. So we did these 2 last month. This time we did these ones. So I used a colour palette for this one again. This is a 187s from Sarah Renee Clark, and I showed how I chose my colour palette and how I planned out the colours for my page in a video, which I will link above if you are interested. Quite a few people had positive feedback about it and said it was really helpful, so I'm really pleased to hear that. But I decided, because I kind of figured both pages were related. It's the same woman, I believe, so, and there's, you know, the same kind of elements on each page, so I decided to do the same color palette across both pages and keep it nice and cohesive. So yeah, let me just show you that again. That's the color palette I chose. I used my Prismacolor pencils, which I think I'm going to use entirely in this book. I really like the way they work on this book. I will say I get very messy with my Prismacolors. If you look closely, I've got lots of kind of pencil dust and stuff. I don't know, I use a brush to brush off as I'm going, but yeah, I always seem to get in a little bit of a mess. I used Sivignon Gold Metallic. Where did I use that? Oh, just literally on her little moon on her forehead here, and on the center of my little flowers down here. So I didn't use any of that on this page, just on this page. And I used Sakura Jelly Roll Stardust in Clear, just to add a little bit of shimmer to my butterflies. It's very subtle, so I'm not sure that that's picking up, but it is there. It's just really super subtle, which I kind of like. I liked it better. I like it better than the what's it called? Stickles. I think of the word then. So like I say, project book with Dana from Dabler D. I will show her beautiful pages here for you. I love the color palette she's gone for. I love that kind of apricot peachy colored sky she's done. Oh, so beautiful. Thank you again, Dana, for helping me in this book. Really enjoying this book. Oh, sorry, I just had to grab a drink of water there. I was going to cough. Yeah, really enjoying working in this book. Dana's pages are absolutely beautiful. And looking forward to next month's, which are a little bit different. So we've got this little cat and then this little deer with a little girl. So that's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, really, really loved doing these pages. I'm just loving this book. Absolutely loving it at the moment. So that is Maria Trolle's Moon Valley. And that is it. That is all of my completed pages for June 2024. I hope you enjoyed looking at them all. Let me know down below which you thought was your favorite. And as always, please look out for my next video. I'll be doing my July plans video very shortly, so you can keep an eye out for that one. I will leave links, as I said, down below of anybody that I've mentioned in this video. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a lovely, colourful day, and I hope to see you soon. Take care, everybody. Bye.